Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Hope you're doing well today. I appreciate you being here. I don't know, many years ago, I gave up self-help books. I used to have a whole collection of them, and I used to read them and be encouraged by the messages and the wisdom of the people who have made it their living to write these books to guide people through the maze of living in your 50s, 60s, 70s. But I gave up on it because I really thought, if I don't know by now how to deal with life's challenges and the ups and downs that surround us as we get older, I'm never going to figure it out. So I thought, well, I'll just do it on my own. But there is one thing that I've always kind of stuck with, and that is what you call positive affirmations. And I do know that the times in my life when I felt really upset or nervous or apprehensive or fearful, I have used positive affirmations to just kind of calm me down and reassure myself that I'm going to be okay, that somehow the fear is leading me to a truth that I need to understand, and that just being able to say, I am strong, I am a good person, I deserve this, happiness in my life, the standard positive affirmations. And they worked. I mean, it worked for me through most of my life. Now, one of our bloggers, Barbara Lewis, wrote this article on positive affirmations. Are they useful or not? And I thought it was a really interesting approach to self-help books and articles and things in general, but also whether or not there are some techniques that we can use with positive affirmations to help us through tough times. And heaven knows we've had enough of those. But she says when she was a little girl, she used to have this phrase, and I'm going to read it because it's kind of strong. It was a song, I think. She was like in her 12 or 13. And it said, "Make believe you're brave and the trick will take you far. You may be as brave as you believe you are." And she said she remembers this little song. I think she was in a song competition or something, and she read this positive affirmation before she sang, and it gave her confidence and it made her feel like she was in control of the situation. So the power of positive affirmations kind of reflects something that is fundamental to my life, which is that words are powerful. Words are important. The words that we use with others, the words that we use with ourselves, it's powerful. So she says that she has many friends who believe deeply in the power of positive affirmation. So she gives some examples. And when she feels like she's sliding into a dark place, she uses those affirmations to kind of provide a light at the end of the tunnel. She mentions two books. Jim Ducheneau has a book called Effective Ways to Heal from Depression, Anxiety, Fear, and More, using this approach with positive affirmations that balances equilibrium in your life. And she says, in some cases, it's worked for her, but is that the only thing? So she talks about first of all, what is a positive affirmation? We all know this, right? But I'll give you some examples. So a positive affirmation are words that help you to calm, to challenge yourself, to challenge and overcome a difficult situation that you might be facing with just repeating. It's like the serenity prayer. Understood. How does it go? Give me the strength to know what I can control and manage what I can't control. But it's that kind of balancing language that puts you back on a track. You're off the track. It gets you back on the track. So she's be grateful for the things that are in your life, of course. Now she gives some examples. I'll just read them. I am strong and confident. I have the power to succeed. I am a good person. Sometimes things happen to you and you think, this shouldn't be happening to me, but I'm a good person. I am a good person. And that's something that, guides you through a challenging time. The one that probably a lot of people use as a positive affirmation is, I deserve to be loved. Now, that sounds a little bit, I guess, entitled, like I deserve to be loved, but you do. Your efforts are the best you can be doing at any point in your life, and you deserve to be loved. And hers is, her favorite one is, I receive showers of blessings galore, or I live in a state of joyful wonder. And those kinds of words like joy, wonder, for me really work too. And even just saying the word gratitude for me just makes me feel like I'm grateful and happy. But she says, there's been lots of studies that have shown that the gratitude statements are working. And she in the article that I encourage you to take a look at and read, she does actually put some links to these self-affirmation research studies that have shown how valuable it can be. What does it do? Well, they really, in a way, like stabilize and reinforce and amplify your core values. So if compassion, for example, and kindness are core values for you, say and believe in and practice and repeat affirmations that use those words. So, I am grateful for all the abundance in my life. Just saying that reinforces your priority on the value of abundance and gratitude. It also reduces the threat that sometimes a frightening event or a sad event or something that's really almost overwhelming for you, it kind of reduces the threat of it taking you to a dark place. It lifts you for a moment away from that sadness and that darkness. And the one that really struck me, I think there was a point after my divorce where I actually saw this poster of, it was just simply, there is a time in this, what is it? To everything there is a time and a season. And it just, and then that other Buddhist quote, which is about, we have to embrace the things that we cannot control. And it somehow then made me realize that there's a time for sadness in life. There's a time for joy. And that balance was a mantra for me that helped. So it also gives you a little kind of a little torch, like a light to the future, like it illuminates a pathway forward. Like, I am strong tells you that you, by saying that over again and having it pinned up on your fridge perhaps, that you are strong, that you can do this. Whatever it is, whatever worry you've got, wherever you've got a family member, for example, that's going through a difficult time, that you can somehow be strong for them without sacrificing your own challenge, your own needs and your own issues. But you can say those words to give you a light into a darkness, which may be overwhelming at times. Also, it can reduce this. I'm just making my notes here because there's one here that I wouldn't even have thought of. Is actually helps to prevent sedentary behavior. When you get sort of depressed about something or feeling low, you just sort of settle down in the chair with your favorite comfort food or your favorite movies or your favorite whatever distractor, and having a strong positive affirmation. I am going to walk around the block 10 times today because I want to be in good shape to live a long and fruitful life. Exercise is going to give me a happier, healthier life. Whatever, that's a positive affirmation because it guides your behavior from being inactive and not in control to being something that is actually powerful and activating. There's another one she talks about in the book, Amy Shearer, is how to heal yourself from depression when nobody else can. And there's some words like depression that actually feed a negative action or behavior. And so using words like joy or free, rather than saying, I'm feeling depressed, saying, I am going to be able to free myself from this concern. Just that word free, even when I say it, it just makes me feel free. It makes you feel like you are able to deal with this situation, whatever it is. So Barbara says she's a singing coach, and that little story about her when she was a child, singing the song of, being brave. She now knows that people, when she's helping people as a singing coach, one of the biggest things is to get them to talk verbally about the positive direction that they're going with their lives. This singing is really a vulnerable thing. I don't think I've ever sung in front of anybody. Maybe that's not true. I can't remember, but except for my my grandkids. But and even then, I really did enjoy it. But it's a personal thing, singing, so it's kind of an interesting job that she has. But she says that words, sung or spoken, can have a power, but that we shouldn't sort of be dependent on them or think that they're going to solve all our challenges. That the activity, the action that we take, the behavior that those positive affirmations ignite. That's what we really should be, focusing on. So she's had she's got confidence now by using her positive affirmations with her career and her teaching other people. And I guess the question I'd love to know, do you have a positive affirmation that you use, anytime that you use when you're feeling a little vulnerable or lacking in confidence or just a little bit nervous? Do you have a positive affirmation? Have they worked for you? And if they have, which ones have worked for you? Tell us, because maybe other people can use those positive affirmations. I think the ones for me are like, I am grateful. I have abundance in my life. I'm joyful for my being. Is really are my powerful ones. But what are yours? Let's help each other with this. I think it would be really good fun. If they haven't benefited you in your life, what has? I mean, how have you found your journey to get through difficult times? Hope that you found this useful conversation. I really actually do love this topic, and thanks to Barbara for writing the article. But let's share with us what your mantras are, your positive affirmations, what keeps you going through tough times. Okay, everybody, have a fabulous day wherever you are, and we'll talk again soon. I am by your side always. Love you all. Bye-bye for now.